Good day everybody, and g'day from Australia. Today is the 15th of November 2023 and it is 50 years today since I left school. What have I got here? First of all, this is a vase I made in high school. We had what we call back there a mufti day, and we could do these classes of different things, and I decided I wanted to do a pottery class, and this is what I made. I'm not quite sure what year it was. I'm trying to read what's on the bottom, but I can't read, and I'm amazed I have still got, so this is about at least 50 years old. What's that class at? Antique? Or what's the other word? Antique? Isn't antique? Vintage. Is it vintage? Handmade by yours truly. Oh. I have used it. I don't use it for anything at the moment. I actually use it, just set up on mantelpiece and I have something sit on it. Next is something else. Where I'll put it down on the floor. This is me in my school uniform. See? I will actually put this in here. I'll stop the video after I do my next item, and I will put the video. This I have got on my computer, so I will do it then. I'm not quite sure what year that was. That is my high school uniform we used. I went to a Catholic school in Mooloolaba called Mount St. Patrick's Regional High School, but they are now Mount St. Patrick College. I remember the gloves I was wearing belonged to my sister, second eldest sister. I don't know why. I was the next girl after her to go there. And my hands, she was a little dainty thing. I don't know why I got that. And we actually wore this, I don't know if you can see very good, like a straw hat. That was our, like, everyday uniform. Oh, not the gloves and the hat. In special events, like, not special events, sorry, when we had to attend funeral of someone, we would wear this, plus stockings as well. And I hated stockings. I couldn't get them to fit me. I hated them. And that's in front of the garage door of our family home in Kingscliff. This was in the 70s. This photo is 50 years old. This is the only photo that I have of myself. I know I've got school photos, I know where they are. When I stop the camera, I'll go and have a look. But this is it, you know. So now I'll actually show my other thing I have got. This is my report card from high school. Why I say high school is because it's one big card. That does all the 4 years. Date of entry to school was the 27th of the 1st, 1970. Yes, 70, 71, 72, 73. I only went, back then it was 4th form. Now it's year 10. Oh my goodness. It's even got my address and our phone number. And this was, I'm not quite sure when they actually gave it out. But we probably got it, I'm not quite sure if we got it at the end of school. I don't know. Because it's got our phone number. But since this was done, they actually changed the phone number. For some reason, they were running out of phone numbers, so it had 66 in front. They actually put 66 in front of it because our area code was 066, so they put 66 into it. And they actually spelt Kingscliff with an E. So, oh, actually, where? I've got to try and do this so it doesn't see the address that way. See? They put E on the end of Kingscliff and I crossed it out. People don't know how to spell Kingscliff. What else is on the front? As I said, name of parent or guardian was Dad. Okay, half yearly examination in first form. Ooh. Even though it got Dad as parent or guardian, I was just looking at this, and Mum signed every single one because they had to sign our report cards. English, 59, I come 19th. Spelling, 80, I come 21st. Mathematics, 62, I come 10th. Science, 65, come 13th. Social studies, 51, I come 18th. Art, 62, come 14th. Music, 67, I come 12th. Craft, 62, I come 26th. What did we do for craft in high school? Conduct, very good. Attendance, very good. Class teacher's comment. Cecilia works well. And more home study would improve these marks. Now we're going to the yearly examination for first year. First form. And I was always in the B class. So what we call the B class? The brainy class. English, 50, position 14th. Oh, I dropped down from that one. Spelling, 48, comes 16th. I dropped down again. Oh, it's better position. Mathematics, 66. Oh, I did better. I was tied for 5th. Science, 44. I was 25th. Oh, I dropped down in that. Social studies, 56. I was 19th. Oh, I just dropped down one. Art, 66. Tie at 23. Music, 50. Tie at 26. Was it 26 people in our class? I don't know. Craft, 52, 26. Conduct, good. Attendance, good. Cecilia works well, but could improve her spelling and science. 20th place in the class. What did I know where I come in the first half? Now, teachers in I can remember music in first year high school. We had a music teacher. I was taught by nuns, okay? And your music teacher she can't stand up those who didn't do the homework. Excuse me. So, well, the stand up, put her hands up, one the other, and I put my hand up or stood up. Then she asked my name. Of course, I said, Cecilia. And that was it. I got into trouble because with a name like Cecilia, I should have done my music homework. Cecilia is a patron saint of music. I always say of music, but it's of musical instruments and all that, anything music. Saint Cecilia loved music. She was singing to our Lord when she was being murdered. It took a lot to murder her. That is, now the principal for that year was Sister Anne Mary. Now we go to second year. See how we did for this year. Okay. English, 53. Oh, I did a bit better. Spelling was better. Oh, I did good at spelling. I got 90. Mathematics, 45, coming 11th. Science, 51. Oh, I was down a bit from last year before. History, 54. Oh, it looks like we didn't have social studies this term. We had history instead. The teacher for history was John Jensen, Mr. Jensen. And he was tall and thin. And I can still see him. There was this one student in the class who we went from, right from kindergarten, right through the high school. We went all through school together. And she was a character. And she would hide in the cupboards alongside the desk, under the window. She would hide when we knew he was coming. And he would come in and ask where this student was. And he said, oh, she's not here today, sir. And he said, yes, he's seen her, blah, blah, blah. And eventually she come out. And another time he turned up for the class, and she had locked the door so he couldn't get in. And he stood there going red. Oh, I can still see him going red because he couldn't get into the classroom. It's amazing because I have good memories of Joanne or Joe. I had good memories. It's the other student that she has bad memories with Joe. Joe actually in primary school lost her memory. We had this like big spring rope thing we could play on and swing on, and they had these great big knots. And one time it hit her in the head and she had amnesia for a while. I can remember that. I can remember in high school she was telling the other students how she was, had memory, and said, yep, she lost her memory. Now, where are we? History. I was talking about Mr. Jensen. Music, 65, 22nd, not good. What we do for craft? I don't know what we did for craft in high school. Well, I got 58. Geography, 67. 42 for commerce. Commerce we had, I can remember her name. I can still see her face. Geography, we had a lay teacher, a female. Oh, what was her name? I can still see her. Oh, I can't remember her name. For mathematics, we had a teacher, male teacher. He used to tell us jokes all the time. I can't remember if we had him in first year. I don't know. Commerce is like accounting, math, sums, bookkeeping. That's all that was. Conduct, very good. Attendance, excellent. Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Cecilia works well and must continue to try hard during the second half of the year. Special attention must be given to maths and commerce. Commerce. Well, I like numbers. Why maths? What did I get from maths? 45. Yeah, because I did go down a bit. Although it would have been a different year. Different years, harder. Mum signed it. The principal's sister Anne Mary. No, I can't remember. Yearly examination. Okay. English 66. That's the best I did. Spelling 85. I've done better. Mathematics 60. I came fourth. Science 47. 25th. History 48, 29th. I was absent for music. Now, why was I absent for music? I have no idea. Craft, I don't know what craft did we do in high school? Absent for commerce. Conduct, very good. Attendance, good. Cecilia needs to work a little harder, but results generally are pleasing. Craft results affect a lack of interest. Why did we do craft in high school? I don't remember doing craft in high school. Third year. I don't know why are we doing spelling in high school. Didn't we do that in primary school? Okay, English 52, no position. Maths, I did good in maths. I got third with 64. Absent for craft. Conduct, well-mannered and attentive. Attendance good. Cecilia has worked hard this term. Now we got a third year, we got a different principal, Sister Mary Stanislaus. She's very eloquent in speaking. She actually taught us a poem called Jabberwocky. Did we do? I can't remember. I remember doing Jabberwocky. Let me see. So in third year, I would have been 15 when I did the yearly examination, and all the marks are the same. Didn't give me where I rank. Good, well behaved. I'm always well behaved. Attendance good. Cecilia is attentive, but could expect herself, could excel herself more in her studies. I don't know who the class, I don't know who the class teacher was. Of course, we had different teachers for different subjects. Okay, now this is the last year of high school. These gave different levels. The marks were all average like before. I got O levels. Conduct is good. Cecilia is always courteous and cooperative. Attendance is good. Cecilia does not seem to be working to capacity this year. Home study and with assignments need more time and effort. Okay, now this is our yearly examination. I've actually, yeah, I know, when I put the photo in, I will actually go and look for something. For what I do for, right, yearly examination must have been our high school, it had to be a high school certificate. I got credit in mathematics. Geography was ordinary, or whatever. History was ordinary. Conduct, good. Cecilia is an interested student. Attendance, good. Class teacher's comment, Cecilia is advised to follow a day secretarial course at the technical college. I didn't take it up. What did I do after high school? Look for work. But this is about high school. I enjoyed school, whatever. From right through, I enjoyed school. I can remember in high school, I was called to the principal's office. This was Sister Stanislaus. It wasn't for something I did. It was my brother. He was a year ahead of me. I think it was a year or two ahead of me. And she wanted to know where my brother was. I thought, how would I know where he was? I'm not his minder. So I didn't know where he was. He could have, don't know. So I don't know what happened, but she rang Nana's. Nana lived in Mooloolaba, and guess who answered the phone was my brother. And I have no idea why he went, can't remember why he went to Nana's. That was a long time ago. So here I would put the photo up. As I said, I've got a photo on my computer, and I'm going to find my school photo and something else. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. It's in the other room in something. So back in a minute. Oh, I'm back. I can't find the folder that this actually photos are in. I don't know where it is. I thought it was in this briefcase I've got, but it's not there. I've checked containers I've got here, so I have no idea what it was. What I got is, I found, is they put together a book. They did a Golden Jubilee of Mount St. Patrick's, 1966 to 2016. 2016. I didn't go. I think they had a something for it, but I couldn't go because this was 2016 and I couldn't afford to go. I wasn't working or anything. I think this is all copyright. 60s, see if 1777. Yeah, in one, at the end of the year we had these where they give out awards for students, and the only time I didn't go, I got something for mathematics. So what do we got here? What I left in 73. The year later, they actually changed the uniforms. But they changed them again. 66, 69. All of us, except my eldest sister, went to Mount St. Patrick's. My eldest sister, she actually did her high school education at St. Joseph's in Tweed Heads, because it went to, I think she only went the third year. But then from Trisha, the second eldest on, we went to Mount St. Patrick's. So 50 years. Oh, I know I did a video, I think it was 4 years ago. Will I be doing a video in 10 years? I'll be 76. My goodness. School. I did like school. I enjoyed school. I can remember the smell of a new school. Like when they opened the brand new school at St. Joseph's in Tweed Heads. Being there in one of the first ones in the class, and I can remember, I think it was in first class, because kindergarten and first class were in the same room, and I don't know what we were doing, that might be painting or something, and I can remember spilling the water on the floor. So I decided to get out of cleaning up, I decided to go to the loo. I did ask permission to go to the loo. So I was about, let me see, 6, 7, something around that. I decided to go to the loo. So I'm cleaning it. But when I come back, I didn't get out of it. I had to clean it up. I can still remember the room and the desks. The kindergarten, I think the kindergartens had a different kind of desk. Then the next, because in this building there was two there was the kindergarten first class and second class were in the other room. And I can remember when we moved to Kingscliff, we had a swamp behind us, and they used to grow these white lilies. And we used to take these, because nuns didn't have birthdays, they had feast days. I wonder if it was their birthday. And I used to grab a bunch of these flowers, wrap them up in paper, and take them to give to the nun for her feast day. And they really liked it. But now I know that these flowers are actually funeral flowers. But that is okay. And I can remember, went to another class. I can remember teaching a girl to tie, I'm trying to figure out who it was, Yvonne? Teaching her to tie her shoelaces. Sat in the back of the class and she was teaching her to tie the shoelace. I also remember in the same class where Mum used to give us our school fees to take and give it to our teacher. Back then I was shy. I mean, I was very shy. I get to school fees and it would still be my desk a week later. I can remember a time when I'm not quite sure what year I was in, but I had to take the roll book around to each classroom in primary school, and I went around. I don't know who, for some reason I think it's my brother, because we were not for 18 months apart, so I don't know if he was a year ahead of me or something, I don't know. And because I wouldn't speak, the nun didn't like it. Said, come back. I can't remember, but I wouldn't speak. I was shy back then. I'm trying, as I said, I went to a Catholic school, primary and high school. In primary school, we used to have Mass every Friday. We had this old priest was doing, we used to have what they call a benediction Mass, I think it was called. He'd have this thing, he'd wave around, he'd smoke and everything. Then we got a new priest, Father Henley, I think his name. We got a new priest, I think his name was Anson. He was a surfy. Father Henley, the old priest, he would take forever to get through the Mass service. But Father Anderson, shoom, he wanted to get and catch the waves. I remember getting, who else can remember getting the little milk bottles at lunchtime, at little lunch, at recess. They'd be there and we'd all fight over, get what we got. I think we got chocolate. I remember once someone actually shook there once and the lid came flying off. But the milk was not cold, it was warm, but we still drank it. I can remember in primary school, Mum giving us, we'd take pineapple to the school, wrapped in paper, to put on our sandwiches at lunchtime, so that the pineapple wouldn't soak into the bread. I can remember ordering lunch at the bakery in the main street of Tweed Heads, and which was in the Pacific Highway. I don't think I've been taken through. I didn't get, maybe I should have. If I get up there another time, we'll see what happens. Main Street, there was this Cape Santa's Bakery. We would get, that's where we order our lunch with pies, sausage rolls, cream. We'll get cream horns. Oh my goodness. I don't think there's anywhere in, I just had, of course I'm talking about up there in Tweed, and I'm trying to remember where I am at the moment, in Grafton. Yeah, I'm in Grafton. Got to figure out, I don't think I've actually seen cream horns here. I'll have to have a look around and see if I can find a cream horn. Because they are like a roll, it's not pastry, I don't know what it is. And it's got cream in it and a bit of jam in the bottom. Oh, beautiful. Primary school, I can remember in 6th class in primary school, in the last year of primary school, we did a fashion parade. They had students give on the fashion in parade, and I can remember I was in the parade and I wore a lingerie nightie, and I can remember asking the nun, so do I still have to wear my bra? Do I take my bra off? And I can still remember going out vaguely and being in the parade. High school, primary school, we had a teacher, Sister Canis, she was a nun, and she had a wooden spoon. She would use the wooden spoon. If you did something wrong, you would get the wooden spoon. Then there was another one, Sister Maria. She actually had a feather duster. Now I'm going back to Joanne, who I spoke about earlier in high school, where she would lock the door or hide in a cupboard on this one teacher. Well, she got hold of the feather duster once, and because there was, between 5th class and 6th class, there was, the sliding doors. And when they were open, she'd actually put it up above the sliding doors in the thing, and she would hide it. And I can remember we used to get these magazines, and we used to have to ask questions about it, about what we read. And if I didn't know the answer, I would say, do not know, do not know, do not know. And that's what most of it was. And I can still remember this. Sister Maria sitting over in this desk thing, and she was correcting me, and she said to me, Cecilia, don't you know anything? And maybe that's had some effect on me without knowing it. I don't know. It's bad enough when your teacher is supposed to be teaching you things and you don't learn. And it's just crazy. But I remember one time, I don't know if it was Sister Maria or Sister Canis, I thought she called my name out. So I went up to the front, but she didn't call my name out. She called someone else's name out. And I can remember we used to play drunks. We used to drink a lot of water. I don't know why why we did this. My father wasn't a drinker. We knew nothing about I don't even remember where I used to see this. But we will play drunks. We will go drink as much water as we can and pretend we were drunk. This is in a Catholic school, mind you. And school, there was this guy, he used to hang around the church, and he would drink, was it metho? He used to drink something. But we had a big playground back then. We used to go across the road. Oh, we used to play Vigoro. Does anyone remember Vigoro? It's actually a girls' cricket. And the bat is a different shape to the men's bat. And I can still remember Vigoro by the side of the church. The church was actually in the school grounds. I think I was baptised in that church. I can remember making my first Holy Communion in that church. And I can vaguely remember, because when we made a Holy Communion, all dressed in white and the veil and everything, then we had a breakfast. Well, the breakfast was always held up in the schoolroom. And yeah, I enjoyed primary school. But I remember in high school, because I don't know if I've done this video, but Mount St. Pat's in Mooloolaba is actually on top of the hill. And we used to playground was down the bottom. And I can remember we were walking up the stairs to go back up to class, and I said, now I know why it's called a high school, because it's high on top of a hill. And yeah, I did enjoy school. There was one student there, because I've always been a big girl, and he called me the fat lady of the circus, which is really stupid, really, because he was also big. And that, I can remember one year, I don't know when well, there was me and the girl's name was Elma. She had, I think it was Italian background. And we were sitting in the back of the class, like I always did. And every class, I was in the back of the classroom. I can remember that. And we were there, it was getting close to the end of the period. I think it was getting for lunch, I don't know what it was. And we started counting down, 10, 9, 8, and right on 0, the bell went. And we just burst out laughing how precise we were in getting that. And everybody turned around and looked at us. Oh, I can still remember that. I mean, I had good times. I did, I know I'm saying this again, but I did enjoy school. I can remember one time where I woke up and I had my period. I was at home and I had my period. And I didn't want to go to school. So I just pretended I was still asleep. And Mum didn't come and wake me up. I just slept. You know, maybe she knew, I don't know. But in saying that, I love school. I don't know what it was. Joe was amazing. There were the other students who went right through high school. There was Joe and Mary. I can remember Mary. We had a couple of Marys. And this Mary, her hair is like, she never combed it. And she had this great big knot on her hair. And also, I can remember, was it 5th or 6th class? Can't remember. We were playing either softball or something, and it was my turn, and Joe had the bat over her shoulder. You know, walking away, even though it was my turn, the bat. And I kept walking, and she stopped. And my front teeth got knocked out with the bat. Of course, she was apologetic and all of this. And I can remember when we had to go in after lunch. Was it lunch? I don't know where it was. She would stand up the front on the school. We were standing on the grass in front of the school classrooms. And she was standing up there to see if she could see that my tooth had been knocked out. I can't remember what happened after that. I don't remember how Mum and Dad reacted. I don't remember anything. I don't remember going to the dentist. Maybe that traumatic going to the dentist that it just wiped it out, because I hated the dentist with a passion. We used to see this guy in Mooloolaba, Mr. McCarthy. He was the dentist. And I can remember once they had to drag me into the dentist. And, oh my goodness, I can still, being dragged in, I hated the dentist. You know, the old days with the drill and the needle to numb. Oh, I hated the dentist. Oh. But I ended up getting a partial plate. I don't remember what it came about, but I do remember having a partial plate. And it was high school. Sitting here remembering is just little bits still come back. I know when you first go into a church, you kneel down in your seat and you're supposed to pray. And I'll be there. What have you got to pray about? I still don't know what do you say, the Our Father, the Hail Mary, or anything? But Christmas was a nice time because they actually had a big nativity scene in the front of the church. It was every year. And that's the church where had the service for my grandfather and the service for my grandmother when they both passed away. Dad, I'm not quite sure what they had the service for Dad, when he passed away. Mum didn't have a service for her. She didn't have a funeral. She said she didn't want to spend the money on it because Dad's funeral cost $7,000 for his funeral, and she did not want that money to be spent on her. She wanted that money kept for us. That is Mum. Mum always thought about everyone else. I can tell you a story. One night, I don't know when, can't remember when it was, she woke up in pain. I mean, she was in pain, but she didn't want to call the ambulance because it was raining and they would get wet. So she suffered all night in this pain with her, it was her gallbladder, all this pain all night. And Dad slept through the whole thing. And in the morning is when she called the ambulance. It's amazing that she survived all that pain. But Mum was Mum was a strong woman. To have 9 kids and go through 9 different labours. Amazing, strong person she was to do that. School. I think I used to. I can remember in the school holidays, used to stay at Nana and Pop's for the holidays. And because they were within, back then anyway, within walking distance to the school, maybe 25 minutes, it depends how fast you walk. And we used to stay there, and Mum and Dad would take the young ones off on holidays, where me and my sister younger than me used to go to Nana's and Pops for holidays. We never went on any holidays. We went to Nana and Pops. But the best time we went to Nana and Pops was when they had the farm at Stoker's Siding. That was the best. But also it was good because there was I can still remember things we used to do. Like Nana and Pop used to go up early in the morning, about 6 o'clock, and have a cup of tea and a biscuits. Then about 9 o'clock they had breakfast. It was just a thing, maybe because they worked on the farm, so they actually were woke up early. They still did that. Even before they went to church of a Sunday, they would actually get up and have a cup of tea at a certain amount of time, because for some reason you had to have the Holy Eucharist, the communion host, on I think it was an empty stomach. I can't remember. You couldn't have you couldn't have breakfast before you had that. And it was, I can still remember the school. This is something. I cannot remember what year high school I was. I know it was 3rd year or 4th year. There was a group of us were doing some discussion. We had to read this thing, and we had to come to a decision about it. And I was reading it, and it said something about this girl wanted to take this pill. And I was there, thinking to myself, what is the pill? What on earth? I mean, I could not fathom what the pill was. And this one guy, Leo, he said, come on. I said, I'm thinking. He said, well, think harder. I did not know what the pill was. That brings me to another part of this. I can remember, I don't know what year I was. Maybe 2nd year, 3rd year. That a girl come up to me. She was a year ahead of me. She came up, did I have my periods? I thought, what are they? I didn't know what the period was. No one explained to me. I was 11 when I got my periods. Then she explained to me what it was, and she walked off and thought, oh yeah, I got him. She said, shush. And there was one thing that really got to me at school. Had a sister. She's about 18 months younger than me. When she ended up at high school together. I'll be there talking to my friends at school. There was always a group of 4 of us. And she'll come up and hit me on the back, and then she would run off. And I thought, she was crazy, and she still is. School. I can remember in the toilets, we had, in high school, we had this bin thing on the wall where we put our pads with our periods. And someone put paper in it. And it caused smoke throughout the toilet. Oh my goodness. It was, I think the worst thing about high school was the hurdles. Like we had sports day after school, Tuesday afternoon. And we used to have, we had to jump these hurdles. You see them in the Olympic Games with the jump these. And I hated it, I hated it, I hated it. Oh, I'd also remember we actually, in primary school, we used to have sports carnivals. And I remember once we went to Moranbah. And we had this chant we would sing. Do you want to hear it? Of course you do. Here we go. Hoo-ah, we are somebody. Where do we come from? Rah, rah, rah. Tweet heads, ha, ha, ha. Still remember, that was, I left primary school in 1969, and that's another 54 years. That is, I can still remember that chant. Hoo-ah, we are somebody. Where do we come from? Rah, rah, rah. Tweet heads, ha, ha. And our uniform, sports uniform was, we had these dark navy blue bloomers, and they were bloomers, and a white, I think a white shirt. I can remember there was a sports carnival, some basketball carnival somewhere, and I wanted to go, but I didn't have a uniform. So the uniform, I had this uniform, and the nun there, she got it and she dyed it red for me. And I can remember going, it was a red uniform and had a white blouse, and I carried the flag because I was the tallest. Every school photo we had, I was always in the top, in the tallest. I've got to find that photo somewhere. I have no idea where it is, where it could be. As I said, I know it's in a folder. I'm pretty sure I've seen it a while back, which I thought it was in there. I'm trying to think where. Well, if I find it in, whenever I find it, I will actually bring it up into a Saturday chat. Oh, all the memories are coming back of school. I remember our school uniform. The school uniform I wore in primary school was exactly the same style I wore in high school, except it was had 4 buttons on the breast, you know, the 4 buttons. But in high school, the buttons were covered a lighty colour blue, which was, I think, the same colour as sports uniform. And our uniforms had to be a certain length, okay? Our sports uniform, when kneeling, had to be 6 inches from the ground. Our other uniform, I think, had to be 8 inches. And it was funny because, going back to Jo again, she would hitch her uniform up. Now, we had a belt, and she would hitch it all up. When it come time to measuring the uniforms, down will come the skirt. We had a tuck shop at high school, like you always do. And I didn't buy my lunch. I think we had it once a week. We were given money where we could buy our lunch. Otherwise, we took our lunch. The memories of school. You know, Mount St. Pat's, they put on this carnival every year. It's actually coming up soon. It's always the last Saturday in November. Today's the 15th. So the last Saturday would be Saturday week is when this carnival would be on. I've got a photo of what I took. Well, actually comes into this. When I was at the school, at the show the other week, I took this photo. They used to put on the nativity scene. like the primary school and the high school joined together and put on this Christmas carnival every year of the nativity scene. Not only would they put, but they would have stalls, raffles, lucky box. There was one lady, she made lollies and sweets and marshmallows, Rocky Road. She made it for this every year. And she would be passed on by now probably. So I don't know. One year I would love to go back to see this. But they used to have this over in the showground. And I actually took a photo of it, which I will put in here if I can. It's in the other photos. I will put it in there. It's a bit hard to see because it was on the side of the hill, and they actually had parts cut out so where the choir would sing. And it was going back and seeing on the hill. They used to have it, always have it in the showground because they had it on the side of the hill. It was good. Then one year there was a flood and they couldn't have it at the showground. So from then on they actually had it at the school. But now the school is so big and everything, I have no idea where they hold this actually Christmas carnival, which is what it's called. Like they can win a ham, you get a wheel, you can win a ham. They sell plants, they have like a barbecue, we can get a hamburger. They had pony rides and different things and lucky bottle stall. I know when I was working in Moreland, I stayed with my grandparents and I would still go to the carnival. I would come home with a bottle of wine. I was 18 or something, 17, 18. I didn't drink, I had this wine, but you could win anything. And it was just a fun time of year to get together to celebrate the coming of Christmas. Because Christmas is about Christmas. Christ is in the mouth. And that is what Christmas is. That's why we call it Christmas. It's a celebration of the birth of Christ. And I know I was in this carnival one year. Then one year I wanted to go, but Mum and Dad wouldn't let me go because it was raining. I mean, I was really pissed off. I was in bed, I was crying, I can remember this. Yet it didn't rain in Moreland. So the school years. I can remember, as I said earlier, the gloves were worn for if we had to attend a funeral. I know there was, we used to have, there was a student in my class whose brother passed away and they had a funeral for him. And I mean, it was so sad. I can still remember it, and she was in the class. And we used to be the, what do you call is it the entourage? Where they stand out and where everybody comes out to church, and that's where we wore our hat. We wore long sleeves, a tie, stockings, black shoes. In winter, I think part of the uniform was black stockings. And it was, the church in Moreland actually showed in, I actually haven't put that video up for that yet. It's a big church, and I can remember going in and do Stations of the Cross. Stations of the Cross are at Christmas. There's different stages of Christ when he was, Stations of the Cross is actually leading up to Easter. And the church at Mount St. Pat's, it was, Church of Mount St. Pat's, we didn't go every week like in primary school because there was a high school and the primary school, so they just took a week about. But the first Friday of the month, we all went to school, Mass. We used to go to confession, and before we went to have Holy Communion and all that. But, you know, I can still remember this. Think about the church. Beyond the church, as I said, the school, the church were on top of the hill. And of course, part of the guy who mowed the lawn, part of the lawn was this steep hill. He found a brilliant way to actually mow the lawn. He would tie a rope to the handle of the mower and let it run down up the hill. And we would sit there and we would have sock marks on our feet. Of course, we would wear these black shoes and white socks and would have sock marks. We had a reunion a long time ago, and I remember going, and the girls, some of the guys I didn't recognise, but I did. I've actually got I don't know where my first Holy Communion photo. I had my first Holy Communion in Tweed Heads in St. Joseph. I went to St. Joseph's Primary School in Tweed Heads, and it is, but I cannot remember catching the bus home to Terranora, but I can remember catching the bus home to when we moved to Kingscliff. But I can remember catching the bus from Kingscliff and going to St. Joey's. And we would always get off at the same, we used to catch the workers' bus, where the workers, that's what we called the workers' bus, because the workers were going to work. So and every time I got off the bus, every time I thanked the bus driver. And of course my elder sister would be on the bus, and she did not like that I always thanked the bus driver. She thought it was, I don't know, but I always did. I always still do it when I catch the bus. The same with taxis now. I thank the driver and wish him a happy shift, and hopefully, you know, I do that all the time. And it's just, I don't know, school, 50 years. So how many years since you left school? I know America, where most of my subscribers are, and probably most, I haven't actually checked it all, but I know you have this, and you have middle school, and you have senior school, and you have college and high school. It's really, I was watching something the other day, and these kids were in middle school. I thought, what is middle school? Here in Australia, we have preschool, which is a separate, it's not actually a school. We have kindergarten. Kindergarten is the first year of high school. Sixth class is the last year. Kindergarten is the first year of primary school, complete of school. Sixth class is the last year of primary school. So you've got 7 years in primary school. High school started at first form. And for me, it only went to fourth form, which is now year 10. But now it goes to year 12. I didn't go on for any more education, even though they said I should have done a day secretarial course. But later on in life, I did. Like, I've done computer courses. I've done my Cert 3 in nursing, which even now, that was about 1998. That's over 20 years ago I did my Cert 3 in nursing, and it's completely different today, and if I actually, the ones doing the courses today, because back then it was a part-time course, 1 day a week, and actually I did that course with one of my sisters. So she was the only member of the family who actually saw me as other people did. She saw me in company of people that were not members of our family, which is the only way everybody else saw me. They saw me in everything. And she was the only one who rang me when I got the diagnosis of pre-cancer cells in my cervix. She was the only one who rang. The others did not give a damn. Oh, I've enjoyed doing this video. The memories of school will always be with us. So what memories do you have of school. How many years is it since you left school? Do you have good memories? Do you have bad memories? Do a video, maybe do. I know a lot of people in the Reborn community with their Reborn channel just focus on the Reborns. But as you know, with my channel, I focus on Reborns, my life, my past, and whatever. Like I went on the holidays, I do videos to show you. Plus, they're also good. The photo videos are also good for me if I wanted to really, especially where I've been to Tassie and I didn't do much in Adelaide or Melbourne. I did some in Melbourne. Melbourne was my very first holiday, good holiday. I did do a couple of videos in that of my tour of the babies I took, but I don't share everything about me. There are things that are mine to keep, where I would one day I'd actually meet someone who would want me in their life, have a relationship where I feel that I could trust her enough to actually tell these things. And there are still things that I don't tell everybody. I think everybody is the same. But when it comes to memories of school and as the people just base the YouTube channel, especially with the Reborns, just on Reborns. Yeah, that is good. But I love seeing videos where they're going driving somewhere. Seeing if they're on holiday, they do videos while they're on holiday. So I'm seeing part of where you live. And yes, you've seen part of Grafton in the videos I've done here. And also ones I did in Coffs when I went to Urunga. I've done videos around the area. So I just love sharing parts of Australia with you. Which also, as you know, I've got no Reborns in today, but I suppose I could nick one in here somewhere. Who will we nick in? Oh, Maddie's too heavy. Who we going? I think I might get Blossom. Blossom's in easy reach. Come on, little girl. She's only a little one. So this is Blossom. She is the Blossom Kit by Jade Warner here in Australia. And her artist is Gay Smith, who I met over in Adelaide. So I think I might end this way, and I hope you enjoy creating my memories from my school. And you know, I've enjoyed just the memories of school just come back. It is sad that there are people out there who have terrible memories of when they're at school for some reason. I know you hear a lot of it about that, you know, especially about the priest and that. It's all coming out later. And if anyone's out there who has been abused while they're at school, I'm sorry that it happened to you. No one deserves to be abused by someone they're supposed to trust, okay? That is not right. But if you've reported it, stand up for yourself, speak out about it. That's when it becomes more knowledgeable. People find out more about it. And school. Yeah, I did love school. 50 years. 50 years today. Oh, maybe I should do it on the 27th of January to show the first day of high school, but I'll be just doing the things I'm doing here. I'll put you down. You get over there. As I said, I'll show you again. My report card, that's both sides. That's you. See? Cecilia Agnes O'Neill. That's it. What else did I show you? Oh yeah, this would have been put in earlier, my school. That is the garage door where we lived in Kingscliff. The garage was just in here. That's where the car was parked. That's it. We had a hat. I think we had to wear the hat all the time. I can't remember. But this, I'm proud of this. You know, have you got mementos from school? Something you've done, whatever. Also, those of you who have got kids and grandkids at school, when they create something, do you keep it, put it aside? It's something that they can remember as they get older, and this is what they done. I said, this is what I did. I have no idea. I can't read the back of it, what it says. I can't read the back of it. What it says, I can't read. I thought it might have had my name on it, but I made that. I'm very proud I made this. It's a vase and it worked out perfectly. I can remember my sister made one, but hers didn't turn out to be a vase. Well, it could have been if you made a flat vase. I don't think she's still got hers. That's with me. I cherish memories, things that I made, things that were given to me. I've actually got a pair of rosary beads that my grandmother gave to me. So they would have been, no, they aren't 50 years old. I think that was when I lived with my grandparents. I've still got it, and it's actually out there. They are out there on the my mantelpiece. So I think that's it for today. And we'll see you on next video. I haven't checked what I have to check see what theme Thursday in, and then I don't know. If not, I will see you again Saturday in my Saturday chat. Have I got things? I think hopefully by then I'll look around and I'll find what I'm trying to look for. And everybody, thank you again if you've got to the end of this. Share memories of school. You know, it's something with the video. If you show memories of school, and especially when you video it, your kids will have that to show. They will see the memories you had of school. If they're bad memories, sad memories, yeah. Do you have any sad memories of school? I'm trying to think. I don't know if we have any sad memories of school. I love school. Oh, another memory, high school, because I was a big girl, still am, but not as big as I was. We used to wear a uniform with a white blouse. So to get a size of blouse, something that fit me, we used to had to go to a men's store to get it. And of course, men's collars are all stiff. And I can remember, I think I was in 3rd year or 4th year high school, where one of the Sister Jolcom, she didn't think commas. I think she taught maths. I can't remember what she taught, but she commented on my shirt that I was wearing because it was neat, tidy. It was good, which is good. So I think that's it for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, people have got bad memories. I can't think of any bad memory that had any. Oh, except when the sister told me, "Don't you know anything?" But I didn't. School was fun. Another memory in primary school. In the ground, we had this long grass, and before the guy come to mow it, and we used to tie the long grass in knots. So as people walk along, they'll trip over. But playing drunks. Did anybody else play drunks at school? Was anybody smart enough to think of playing drunk? Come on. Oh. I know I played basketball. Or was it netball? I think it was maybe netball. I think it was netball. And I was always the goalie. And I remember one day, I didn't realise it, that I actually shot with my right hand, not my left, because I'm a lefty. And one day they got me out of the ring because I wasn't getting any goal. They had someone else do it, and she didn't get in either. Oh, here's a joke, here's a funny one, here's a funny one. It wasn't back then. I went and got new school shoes. Do you know where this is going? Had new school shoes on, perfect, and I had playing rounders, I think, softball, I don't know, playing something, and I had to run after the ball, and in the process, because I had new shoes on, I went flat on my ass. Yeah. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of my memories of me being at school and showing you some things where this, and you know, this will be, oh, I can't believe I've still got this. So this may be 51, 52, 53, I don't know how old it is. So this is vintage, isn't it? It's not antique, it's vintage. Isn't that right? So this could be worth a lot of money. Who wants to buy it? Have an auction. No, this is mine. Maybe I should have realised I had my ashes going here. That's it. No, but school. As you can see, I love school. I don't know. Maybe school was good because I was treated equally. Whereas at home, you could say I was bullied for my weight, for my stuttering I used to have, for anything else. It was just, I was always put down because of my weight. But at school, everybody accepted me. You know, I don't remember, except that one person. But besides that one person, I do not remember feeling that I was left out of anything. I was always, even though deep inside me, I still am a shy person. But back then, I was very shy. I mean, as I said, I wouldn't say boo. I would not talk. And yeah, you know, as I said, the little shy girl is still inside of me. She's still there. There are some things where I'm hesitant of doing. I feel the way I was so shy, I was scared to say anything in case I said the wrong thing. And so that way, if I don't say anything, I wouldn't be made fun of, which was by family, maybe my siblings. But that's the past, and I am feeling so good at the moment. I got my trophy, I got my report card, I've got me, I've got my babies, I've got Archie, I've got a beautiful home which I'm finally getting into position, and I'm looking forward to December. I've got a tree. Some of my decorations arrived today. So once I'm actually going to do, because they say, I usually say no decorations until the 1st of December. Not here. I've got to put my tree up early. So I know I've got enough decorations to make it look nice. So the ones I got today, I will actually show you on Saturday. So we will see you then. I'm looking forward to the next month for Christmas, and even though I'll be alone, I think I am feeling the best for Christmas that I have in a long time. Maybe my holiday north, it has done me really good. And getting back and do my videos slowly, and especially with next, I'm organising my stuff for my daily videos for December, and I've got something extra, so I've got something I've got to do. I've got a lot of deliveries coming, my tree's coming, more decorations are coming, and it's kind of an exciting time coming up. So I hope that you're excited for Christmas. You're excited to do whatever you're doing for Christmas. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing Christmas Day. I've got to think about what I've organised dessert for Christmas Day. I know what I'm having Christmas Day. I would love fruit salad like my mum used to make. But I don't know. But I've got something. What? That mean a pawpaw or a pineapple, whatever. This is a school video. I do remember to talk about that on the weekend. So everyone, I hope you got to the end. I hope you like my little vase. See, it's dark. I might get something nice and put in there and that. So everybody, thank you again. I'm sorry this has gone longer than I thought. All the memories are there. And it's just amazing. And they're good memories. School, it's just good memories, you know, of school. So I think I should go so I can get this going. And I will see you in my next video. Not quite sure if I'm doing one for Theme Thursday. I have to see what the theme is first. But I will see you on Saturday with one of my babies. I know I've got I'll need the changing, see what outfits I got so we can get ready for the Christmas season. So everybody, thank you again for watching my videos. Thank you to all my subscribers who join, and I do appreciate it. So everybody, thank you again, and I'll see you later. Bye.